In Part 1, we saw that a liquidity pool is a reserve of assets that ensures the availability of tokens during transactions, and that fees can stem from the health of these pools. Let's take a closer look at these mechanisms. Since the exchange benefits from having maximum liquidity, the pools are open for deposits. You can earn rewards from this mechanism by participating. By depositing assets into a liquidity pool, you earn a portion of the fees associated with using this pool, like swap, leverage, perpetual, for example. This is what you do in Elys Network's liquidity mining. Let's take the example of a classic behaving pool, the Elys USDC pool. This pool has a fixed ratio of 50-50, which means there will always be approximately as much value in Elys as in USDC in the pool. Like an automated market maker, AMM, the DEX will regulate the inflows and outflows as well as the distribution of liquidity. When you deposit assets into a fixed pool, you have the choice between depositing double assets. In this case, you will deposit an equal value amount of tokens according to the pool's distribution ratio, here 50-50, thus filling the pool without unbalancing it. Or depositing a single asset, this time, you will deposit an amount in one of the pool's tokens. A market price swap will be carried out to obtain the equivalent in double asset, therefore always without imbalance. For imbalances resulting from transactions, such as the swap, the pool regulates itself by adjusting the number of tokens to achieve an asset value balance. Small note, when you deposit liquidity into a pool, you receive LP tokens proportional to your deposit compared to the pool's TVL. The LP token itself consists of the different pool assets in proportion to the balance ratio. We could have stopped there, but Prashant likes to change the rules. So he created the dynamic weight oracle pool, which is as wonderful as it is a mouthful to pronounce. Smart shielded pools would have been simpler. So, what is it? Firstly, an oracle is a third-party service that provides external information, which a blockchain needs and cannot itself gather. Oracles are particularly used to provide DeFi with access to financial market data. Next, the weighting mechanism is the process that trend to regulate a pool's balance. Elys Network's model is called Dynamic Weight Oracle Pool, because unlike standard reserves, they can deviate from their ratio while promoting a return to balance. The use of an oracle allows for dynamic adjustment. The equilibrium ratio based on present liquidity and market prices. And also determining the financial incentive that must be applied to transactions aiming for rebalancing. Unlike the fixed pools we observed previously, Elys Network's dynamic weighting oracle pools accept a variation in their distribution without losing their stability objective. Let's illustrate this with the Atom USDC pool as an example. Depositing double asset liquidity into an oracle pool is done like a fixed pool, according to its ratio. The 50-50 distribution required an equal token deposit. Our Atom USDC pool with its 27-73 ratio requires a deposit of about 1 to 2.5. So for one Atom at 4.08 USDC, the pool will ask you to also add 11.27 USDC. Like the fixed pool, depositing double asset maintains the pool's balance. While in single asset, you deposited balanced tokens in the fixed pool, you deposit only the token of your choice in the oracle pool. This is where it gets interesting, because depending on your deposit, you will contribute to rebalancing or unbalancing the pool. Similarly, the swap will influence the pool's behavior depending on whether the exchange goes towards equilibrium, swap Atom to USDC. Or contributes to imbalance, swap USDC to Atom. Don't forget that although imbalance is allowed, the goal of the pool is indeed the 50-50 ratio. Elys Network's mechanisms counterbalances the imbalance of oracle pools by implementing bonuses and malices. Depending on the pool's balance, your transaction can be penalized or rewarded based on its impact on the pool. These are the weighting fees. In the case of the Atom USDC pool, a small swap will have a negligible impact on the imbalance. However, a swap of 100,000 USDC to Atom significantly aggravates the pool's imbalance and will be penalized by a weight-breaking fee. On the contrary, the swap of Atom for a USDC moves towards equilibrium. You deposit Atom and take USDC, and the exchange is rewarded with a weight recovery fee, always in proportion to the value of your swap relative to the pool value, and the equilibrium target, in one direction or the other. The same applies to all transactions that rely on this pool, such as leverage, which includes rebalance fees in addition to borrowing costs. Elys Network smart shielded pools nearly eliminate certain inherent risks in DeFi liquidity pools, like impermanent loss, and promote capital retention on the DEX by providing trading opportunities. The implications of this mode of operation are obviously crucial and are barely touched upon here. However, they also require an understanding of more technical concepts, which are challenging to address in this simplified DeFi introduction format. Perhaps it will be the topic of a special episode.